topics na ya choose. And no me share the na koso and the Free Bank of Ghana na me say as a Bank of Ghana for no pa bi omuti of clear na because asem ya beka bi last week asem akan na me hu ahai. Because ka so mo first ka me wura mu ntem na $1 na bla okay asem akan na me hu say eno na e koso sisi. Anthony Kusi morning design.
Good morning.
Number 1 for what is an house number that's all one
number 1
and
number 1
wana Ghana for some
na mo kasa mo ka grounds to say
nyame adum
grounds here
nyame adum suti grounds here pa grounds here
you say time now so no
what
every November then say January bibi akokama
pa o say
most survey be aba we see we yes survey no bia the first be survey aba now pass by one man 5 no bia we be the first
they will survey ya okay we bi musa me da so da bia we survey enti on the ya na me na ni hia me
98.3 FM
so enti agro ne form what I say agro ne
obi survey oda obi
musa me kwesi bi da obi musa bi da enti ya hedi nyankopon be ya me ya me su se na se be dwune se o mo ko nyina o za de bia mba meka obi ase fata e obi bia be yin bia so no NDC candidate mo de ba no ba ko no se o ye perfect share no nti ye higher ye before the higher ho be wo even say NDC candidate mo de ba ho ye de 5 from obi obi de ba bia no ye nyina be ta da chi na ya je tumi no
Yo, well, for clients starting free because I didn't know didn't be now. So Bank of Ghana pumps 1 billion into the forest market, bringing the amount to 2.1 billion for October and November. Sikano, I'm going to support to say that I see the now ready. I'm pushing as economy be pay the more country, and I did not to China. Special prosecutor, SML for a fast so mudi Jumano. June no dos me akasa dan me hwe press conference kasa almost 2 hours na me hwe na so ka obobom panifo bi kura din se omu nyina ba be se charge omu na e de kwadu a emu adin pa de abo omu and after Stephen of MP Ebenezer Kwaku Ado ya matime ba me ba studio kramati sen so ma friend na so ma rest no nim de man no but omu tutu na no se e den and na 9 months for na kodu hwidim no mu ye adwuma na person stop omu from working matise so akasa Collins Dauda and the Casonia David no but allegedly and I feel German for no so Abre Ghana full scabi omune Ghana yonkufana di 50 years and now president neba and Oma Ghana ska kakra fan right development initiatives mu ene obeba kumase na me adom obeba tun for na ko Keti and other places ne ahwese no so ebeko abrofo no ni start ba hande yese bia be kama menim say next week European Union funds beba omo pani am dem ba Ghana no so beba Kumasi next week.
98.3
FM. But topics na how best na we no support to economy, especially financial injection.
My main church for Mutiana Medina Ayakama. Na minua yi kan se yemusan sobi yemusan bida. Na sobi no ye be na yebusa obi. Already what take a stance. So we know you dealing with the neutral people. And yeah, take stance. The respondent, we so we look around our more political colors. Our more share clearly messages microphone be deliver. So can Japan oka papu oka boniu who nafa. And the end we bush out. What I say, so people who are consider floating voters no already determined position omune di omune mu ye fana coming factor omune ye na ye di mu ye sabi
but what's be o ya mu ye undecided e bi mu so ye on the major and almost side projections say bia can the Japan say to make us bia wonya e bia 63% bia ba o mianya bibi ono so na ya boss some figure bi e ya show no
enti ya na omo within the party ni kura ya na ye tap omo a omunyi omanim to do the survey omuna ehwe most of them no mutawe messages do you know ma declare mo stand obi o support ba omi a obi o support o raba Canada pon obi a Brian omo take composition bi nti omunu omo de ntable glasses na hwe omu hwe
e bia drink to Mrs. last minute
oh there be omu no hwe omusa
papa you say
politics
e bia me so one on say but e obi mu so adru ba bi
politics no you put your hand in the hot water uyi musala nyi I want to do abontin 2% do sashem sa ne hitim
Silver 98.3
but politics obi to be one sentence na obi amafa that so
enya Ghana ha
to be one sentence na obi adwin say anasana call it again say
abrochie no say abrochie people don't collect people's money excuse my word and benefits people don't collect benefits inti wo free wachi a onye worried I no benefits a obe collect ebi mji abobo ya ni ade ni inti wo free wachi na exam bebre
ebi mu so de makomo mu fine and support mu
oh yeah that omu ye few Ghana I'm tempted to release about 0.1%.
On the issue, but no one pay
0.1.
My from my phone, oh, the trauma from my phone. On one side, here's car.
Oh, no, me say, Omunu is 0.1%. 99.99. Oh, you know, almost I say, I just I hit you, hit no more, Musa, no repeat.
Anyway, Yambra, substantive issues.
Substantive issues, Bank of Ghana
98.3 FM.
Yes, some more discuss. And now me cannot NDC ni no on tiasi. That is what you call financial management. You importation Ghana, the average trader or importer of Ghana about 80-something%. Omunya the dollar and echo. Dollar na import, dollar na bibia. Enti in market arrangement and I say market systems your time be a friend capital flight capital flight time Ghana February and September that time February no omo etoniema for Easter April na so September so matoniema for December that time na dollar no here unfortunately that time no the Bank of Ghana officers no they don't put out the dollar, they don't alert the government.
Only under NDC for an SBB time.
Deliberately, some of them mean Bank of Ghana for they block the dollar flow. Say the Crophobia to 12 good demo. And who by a day near turn about it. In that time, we had $10 because I don't understand. Dollar Yamudi a bum sabri. Oh, what I do? Who say President Mama can say the Ghana team about 6 billion from gold. Just can you and only the inflation I control. Inflation I control because President Mama is not spending. Contractors be pure moka. What shall spend this year? Inflation will go up.
Almost how much I say to you.
And so my header. Omuta.
Almost say
the mutia enough. Contractor be why government is called didn't cover 900 million Ghana cedis. The 900 million Ghana cedis you didn't see Gamana or the girlfriends in Kuala Lumpur fucking. And the almost in the sky almost girlfriends women in the sky at the end of the day. Tonta sa, tompa boasa, glasses no any we give boy what you chroma biano piaka. Because at Tibet 1 million Ghana cedis, 1 million Ghana cedis, 10 billion Ghana cedis. Expenditure with me again Kumasi do shock. And I'll tell you, say, some of the contractors do na new munina, do na our girlfriends, almost side chicks. Our more spending almost seriously. Minimum crime, minimum.
I'm a body you was some
oh, Dini the same to me. Bakusu Dichamsu. Or by young girl. Papa Penin the sponsor seriously. When now back on now 1, back on now 2. What I say? I talk a man or two.
For in our money license here, Kalumba, some Mokabi. Sanko for almost like a sabri.
Ono girl are making out Yatu Fiamana, who you ono Papa no Nasam Beno found. Ono Dubinian was you or no Dubinian when you because true man, the name Nimian Munuka was see guest house or Accra, was see hostel, Ewukumasia. So any problem in the ono Papa no Sebi, who flew me years here when I'm from Sika or the Behan money now or Yavi. Because hostel, no, wouldn't say hostel money. 800,000 Ghana cedis or 40 who hosted or a Jasi.
And you're Obi a host or tech
800,000 every semester be 2 semester with 800,000 Ghana year or this 800,000
every year be obi a try almost 8,000.
Musu say enti minia a forest for no time of this scan it's not time as scan babo it's not timely and na president mama wan control banks in so dollar ni dey because when your problem sir unim dey bank no o say ye ma obi a oya ibia
98.3
ye declare ukwa ye ma declare identity with tax uya u company no the friend say registration any store shop number China me call no and no didi forex because o kra bibia and na odi ya mo kra machinery free Europe and na odi ye na ye dia team so say obeji $10,000 ne boso what I say the details not there no the amount bochi who hear dollar no no the amount bochi say dollar ni wona ope bia metimenya obi no abochi na baji every
say kotudu kojibra ka kotudu na ka
o friend na say aso ai odi ba oba odi ka ko bank money no office no the amount no come ni sika wo say me na ka say e bi obi 10 point something cc no was odi me ma 12 ni na ka so one cedi the $10,000 one cedi 10,000 Ghana straight away and upon no na check
Silver 98.3 FM.
So until they control that outlet, you know, the dollar no, omo the gumu sila they will massage it to sell it at illegal price.
I say tonska.
Naga. It is who give $50,000 10,000 by 50,000 and upon no 50,000 Ghana cedis. When you abochina, be a ma abochinu 20,000. Abochin do buy and say obey me do man. The Juma Buchin Bayard. I may be me do man say, Obeji chicken or the mouth. And what G kind scan because red with piano come with them on what did dollar and no. Now, Bochino, Abidjan, 20,000 Ghana cedis. Cut motor or to buy a new fuel or spend a new 1 gallon. That's the problem we are facing. And until the president control that. No control forest dollar no dey amount for be
today now bad advice we sit on control but the time when omo say financial injection na e be ma ye
permanent also by August later last week of August also invested the money sikanity me by injection income last week of January also scaneba so that say na to control inflation also first week of January we shall see tua contract scan we tua kakra no suspended middle of June, no otria, the aka. Because that time the skinny hole, they pushy economy. And he say and control Sani man. A lot of massa.
Abochi, I'm for him. Abochi ne pa yenim say yeni ewo hobia hu obomo ye adwuma like obia shedan ye say.
Omu dili e my economy ni say. And also say control Ghana say. And say obi more than 1,000 Ghana cedis won bottom.
Hey, asama ka dia no. Me tia many thousand botum.
No, she what dey?
Na say me dem dey
control. No, also your mouth card. Also your mouth card. With the ATM no. E 2 years can we withdraw the money.
Okay, Matthias.
And no Ghanaian, I'm telling you.
This kind should be
except for business. From what do we call it? For top money ni sa ni man. Obi e here more than 1,000 cedis as individual. This is a uba homa, ubu and fee in Colados near that. But in the individual, obi here more than 1,000 cedis
per day.
Per day. And Nuna Unim say the total money in circulation about 3.5 trillion Ghana cedis. Sika a world bank a new 500 trillion 500 billion.
All banks put together.
Yes. Except roughly it's about 1.5. But me can money in circulation about 500 billion. And amount for a deposit 1 billion, 1 trillion. The rest of the money, 200 trillion, is money out of banking circulation. na be na mo man
wa man for fee
man for fee e se man for botom
o se bi muso dey projects like o see
real
estate o see
we disposable income bebre sika no mu hia ene sika ehim botom ibodi a mi ene meyi mu be ene cities na madi what I say eno na economy ne ho kire because sika ni na should be at the bank for loans we hia no akwaje because ABS kai ABA enye SSC ameba eko school a enke bia na mi hia be 5,000 na 8,000 Ghana what I say but says kanu ube ko bi fie na o says kanu den fie all because was emergency ba we yes kanu na den fie
South Africa they don't move into Africa for so we get me see
no the ATM
so for the
ATM should be working
you
slot in and get your money the money should be put because you bring Jimmy say Sebi was say need £1,000 butum Uto adie Britain uto adie na I don't know contract killing president would this so many business cartel to me cost because untimi enkomo obi check say onkoku nipa abuche bobi say dey ntina komo masa etu over 250,000 check aye reason be na komo 250,000 ajuma be na yama aye it will show ba wo physical cash me tam the brain na ho na e dey na issue the transactional receipt bi ani ho na media kuma bam kokun we mami no kokun what I say the sani money nyina no to control the system cartel ni drug dealing ni ade nyina no sa ntino mahunu eti they won't allow you to Britain who spend £1,000 please be more what is
98.3 FM
it should be on a card and ntini ehun
ya me card me that time order chevela the same thing your card me card me the office o card na
would the slot ya
saka na no na
the same thing now yeah any bank
do rush up mo o ya
o swipe na atf eno na company ni tua musika musuma so that it controls the system
and that who say yi
fiscal cash
o cost supermarket pa din pass Ghana be cost on e scan go be no mo kenka e ma sam mo na no na edin
a card so sa na a talima enti by the close of the day unim sika do sales awaye na your friend SL na add up already existing amount na show up what you have accrued today na bibia data ni bibia ay kama ndi sani man etwam omum yenkwa enim kakra ni timi moye na your friend say SML me dey president mama buy wotwam because who GR me would enti GR ye pro nipa no bi nka ho GR we ka some dey about 3,500 or 4,000
am for na we school na mo be ra mo nyina school
why what is the problem
am say about this car
your markets across the country over 3,000 markets sub markets omuje uko he sika amanfo gin marketing ma to shocking Mami fa echi haya nye example. Go to my bank market and race course market. Sika managing one. It will shock you. But the government is not monitoring. Sales of foodstuffs. Miani ye die po mo de die.
Odi banchine de bruni wa.
Me bisa ga bi o ton kodu. Da me ta to kodu won. O se okura so kodu wo.
Silver.
The man na so mo yen ko fo ma
FM.
Ko for baby bu na say
I was shocked.
They born be confirm. Mo economics ko achen mo amakura classroom.
And you know my no. O ma che o mo a o mo ko uko this week ya. Next week unko. Na we mso ko this week. Next week mo so unko.
So stock
na to control the market.
O mo ayo mo economics o.
No, ya wudisem. Ya wudisem. Say we so control market no. At the detriment of the citizen because you know this is one peg 10 cedis 20 cedis but we want to mean 10 cedis we have 5 cedis it design if want to mean 10 cedis what deny the fruit access to the fruit now a be boano who's a reduce appetite
one of the best fruits
reduce hypertension. So you are denying the person I be ankabetuma bona sani ade. So what are you doing to the nation? For your interest in Tino, you are killing people.
98.3
And the government should look at all these things. Now, me, the entire American is GRA has the capacity to do the collection. No, some will be contract. Contract at the cost of $120 million a year.
The bar maybe I could see a man because I on the party.
I'm a
party. Maybe some say if you family and 2
oh, now what's our contract at the cost of $120 million? Now we leg ahead, no, who now endorse all these things. Meanwhile, GRA is a substantive institution. The German say or digits are taxing. So why do you sublet? Now scanner or no man can GRA by Digino. Now what sublet it? Now this can be. Mokojino. What said this can be said Chiomoka? We will check up GRA Castle or Munya said Jumano. So what is the double standard? Give a baku, Nipamune. Now the gold and oil, Sikania, Digin National said GRA in Timinia. GRA in Timinia, funny penny become away.
And I say some more knowledge from upgrading knowledge. No, and to me, ECG, Kuani Pados to change GRA. ECG, you found Guano over 7,000 workers. GRA about 4,000 workers. And they are away from the market centers. Maybe marketing will be a money. I'm pretty able to advert to radio soon. I'm never chasing.
Then me
chasing server for Mamma Woodin, when you chase him. Despite money, Woodin, but it will shock you, say, Coco ran over Dumunu. Sika or Gino, it will shock you. But I know any I buy or you honor from Mamma Woodin, or baby, a show university with Ukraine. Now, visit the end of the university. Medical school, yeah, ordinary course. Medical school at Ukraine. Now, Uko Anopa, Upa, see, medium Upa, Machidaku, Usolia, the Kankujino. Pijaro, any land cruiser, the bees and Yanisimu. Land cruiser. Ah, yes, I Coconis, I like Cocono. Any Bankuf Rafono, would ye Banku Rafono or Mutona Dumunu, your poem you have a car from Kufi. On the driver, about the parrot into manage China, say, we see the way I'm mobile. Chauffeur driven, chauffeur. You can't chauffeur no man. The power take Kamua or no, the man say, or be can't be fun, what not could see, what be fun in the Bisidu. Chauffeur driven. That's Uncle Fonia, they are not paying taxes. Now, Jerry Dry who say, yeah, dear Cacreba radio soon, or Monsieur Conscience. Mammy, if I win, can I mean, Mamma Simonsi. German for some $65 million. I'm a croon for some say it's an insult. The beside a musha and German for never come or musha. No, I know it's not about it. No, it's an insult. Before they come up, who say it's an insult. So they can give you more than that, but some musha will. No, yeah, Oscar, yeah, Oscar. Yeah, will be, I don't know, because I don't know, Sabi, a desperate fear so command the desperate Basca. Yes, Caforo, Mubraska. Wouldn't say go there, you can't watch me, and they can't watch me. You go worth of 1,000 years, about 153,000 kilos of gold. I bet me up to every year, sir. You been at 6 billion, sir, for the next 1,000 years. I didn't even reduce years of exploration. I didn't reduce you. Grant some concessions granted to this thing. Your friend say. Sir, 34 mining companies. And then ye rezone. Near your community mines for so. Near Monk Boys, your money, Bria, or Mope, no more community. Who could Anglo good? As I said, your man
98.3 FM.
Over 1,200 something acres. And your man won't quite mining. So, how do you tell me, say, sir, be a very one thing? Meanwhile, deep down omuko there are other ways between their my boys you meet me surface mine here no boys be benefit or man be benefit now the assassin go new want assassin bagayam ko na lelugu na say the be wo esirimu bagayam ade ye reduce concessions near more people gold near more of the gold now Di nana do asmo kan na emi ya say want me amfa nya adu. Ye tisikaso.
Secondary. I know so when they
because say you double effort na at least no say 12 billion na ye be 24 billion which can cover more than 70% of your budget.
Silver.
So look at 24 billion dollars. Roughly is about 300 billion Ghana. Your budget is at most is about between 300 and 400 billion. So if you are covering gold in cover, the rest you are short to cover the money. But the problem is you have 200 years of oil. I didn't think 200 years of oil. You between 100,000 barrels.
You're doing it, man.
Debbie. Get the money and invest. Uko Saudi Arabia any year. They are investing. Saudi Arabia have invested more than $11 trillion into a European economy. Only Dubai. Because say yes 52 energy cars. Petrol. So now they are turning to rubber, phone covers, all these products, rubber products, computers, petroleum products.
Silver 98.3
So that's what they are doing. They are shifting. I didn't game changing. 200 years. You bet me reduce it to 50 years. 50 years in $500 million. We can get $2 billion. This is economics. So we generate the income.
I'm for Safia. This is you didn't tentem nessa. No mama come about it. You no.
They need. We yes Kenya. No investing. Jikani ni you etafre. Because we bet menya gold 24, lithium 24, weight 24. We kikabuma na akobe 100 billion. 100 billion you invest in an economy. 100 billion abrochi wanya kura no afi bi ya be ma be 5 billion 5%. 5% no na dia be so dia wo go anu so na itimi abo. That's how we run economy. You need investment over bia o. Eno an se yetia na yeti ho na yeso. Because we only 5 billion now we to mean 20 billion because 25 billion. We convert here about 300 billion. We did do taxes count. And the thing is, see, your tax component, you know, and you know. Tax component, 50 billion, target bank. The tax component alone, you should be able to get about 400 billion. People are not paying.
There's someone called the
Yes.
Come kwa jidi onti ya say
no tax component Dubai o man who say o mo tax component no income taxes ni other import taxes na nko should be able to meet their this their need domestic financial demand until mu wi sa exploration oil ni ho ni gas ni amunye nyina no into investment I didn't need target sa na you gold ni yetudi you also gold ni yetu. But now Ghana should be able to make sure say your tax component best the gold in your then we invest. Lithium in your invest. So that about 10 years time so what 24 billion by 240 billion in another economy. And now 50 billion 500 billion in another economy. Now we are compound interest. And you say about 10 over about 10 years compound interest would give you about $1 trillion. Name 5% of $1 trillion. Check your money. It's about 50 billion. We are not getting visionaries to help us run our economy.
They were high party with the magic commission.
That is why Ghana is suffering.
Yeah, penny public to say no more parties no more.
That's why Ghana is suffering.
Your greed no so can be. Your greed, your selfishness so. If you more son him there okay. Our more parties no but okwa no twa say sa amount we say yehwe Ghana o chimbe 3 be 2 na e enam kona ba bi e kona investment bi one another country
sika no etonkwa we ye dey obu
ebi mo say Swiss banks in here no man say
bebre wo ja ho esum fa so ne say ya de pa mo man ho nto no say ye domestic income no kwa meti ye financial demand na invest ya na by 10 years time you 500 billion na Ghana at a point no years ke because 500 billion 5% decrease 50 billion 50 billion be so ye grosso nkwala nyina be ko school free
e be twan kra no kraka Because Germany say, "Oh, banga na
so that's what they do. They use their money. Government invests. Cars 8 body. Government has investment in it. So homogeneity energy so these things get the more money so that at the end of the day people benefit. I didn't higher.
It is ocean cross and German for buy a hobo sabo.
Thank you.
Boss, with the work about that. Most of the time, SML didn't want to come in. But for once, my bomb basuka catcher said me who someone is now sorry. Ghana phone and a full glove Ghanaians are more cassette. Papa we did.
Silver,
I don't want to
FM.
at least for once. Say a buying work in session. No one who papa sorry page say your finance minister critical areas are and times the entire who be Africa. But Yanjo so on the first two no Bank of Ghana sika mo pia de room now of Akleke aboji for the any SML then. We are na mako Abdul.
Unya. You that's the HT for na for. On say adiwe dey bia become. Dey bia ban.
Yeni mun kra kwan so dey bia efri Kumasi konkra e dey ni kire sunyan kwan. Da we na bedun kran. Yeni me yan kran ha na e fa dey bia e konkra na dey na kire sunyan.
Ade a aban MPP aban na ndisi aban yina sa don failure Ghana for. I want to be frank. What do you say? Aban we ba I don't know.
No. The politician. I know. Boapayo na say ignorance.
Silver, 98.3 FM.
Boapayo. What do you say? Because say scar dey have shame. We say scar say be. E say be ka kudi di amanfo boto.
I don't the rooms here.
We yenchini.
We also call him GTZ.
Maybe that's a specific
project oriented.
German.
What does it? What did you quite? Would you be 1% cry? Be chedi. Separate your fence, NDC by fence, more organized, not as well kind. I said, a month to be my NDC executives will be 20,000 Ghana city a month. Executives no, constituency behind it, whatever. Nipa Bia, Nipa 20, the over 20. Oh, constituency be after times 278 no. Times is kakutu.
One more time now, baby.
Ebi si da.
Huh?
Ebi si da.
Hey.
Se bosu mi bia.
Obi amfa nsabe nkum chere krom kwa. One more time no mo mamu hwe.
Me se mi sabe no kwere me.
Gabi sana mu didi. What is that? Gabi be kasa osana mu didi na mu ni agua some complain. Mu ni we bia some complain. Urafi, enche bia o. Mama Abdullah ka o. Enche bia no be ka say Ashanti for mu ni dem mo kan na no ano mo ye.
What's MPs no?
Say dem mo kan na no ano mo ye.
What's mo ka say interchange no. No one ka say di listen o. Asama dey interest no odi. Ita me just we yenche ni. Ska we odi boy wan fa makora nke ye. Odi say. On say na say mo ko baka ya otumfo ka bibi say project bi e balance everybody di man family no one find project because we dey come
the person yeah
what do you say enti me dey sky with me head and hum person can ho asem because we encheni na this for mo abem no ma temi do abaka say o create loot and share o kuje to abra kwa o cabinet say o cabinet o create no eto mo kwan bo so be create no mo say o mo ahono ma che o ma she
because we den ka wani na so na ababeto mu nti e na Ghana so be Jesus kantin kan nyame abo a we abeto bu kan fanya the right ayi say o sha Accra ni Kumasi of Accra street lights a problem with Accra ni Kumasi but bia etum at least ka bibi amount bin ko roads ni
say the mama buy was so reset Ghana ko reset agenda na buy mbo think o buy no ka the MPP 4 year yank bi say am ko yekura no ko no be be ni nyesa but o buy kwan a MPP na MPP time ye no $1 million no wono buy ko do 1.7
so enyoma bo koso
dala ko fom no nyama bo koso eni reset no no grow so be reset o man bia sisa na wo kan dia kwan the same asphalt road na ye 1 million na do 1.7 within just 9 months masa asema wo kan dia akra wana baka sa chira na ajedi so it won't buy no it's a
and so the scam the road now for the Bank of Ghana for
8.3
no me hu ene me selem we say the mama ha ko fa mo ko be shiri botun naja o bi atoto Ford ne ya mama na ya enko bia so Minia ni akba SML na you first say such a matter can ve as a Ghana for your priorities you nim obi ba be mam so kasa saa o betana obi ana afi ni do video be what do you say obi ton ade a ana parents ye ko twa ticket mana ticket for no ko be no o must compromise if you no do twa ticket no o za compromise to kwa abuzo ya na o nsi obi twa ticket na me para wa jiska no o kwa ye para ye ro wan si bi na ticket ko onye ntwa na wa je ono so be he butum to man ye drini o man na nkasa
ba mo mo ban mu na mo ma sa SML ne ba ko na GR for GR bit my side man na mo ko fa SML ne ba
na me so cho say we dey okay e bia na motive for the different mini cabinet and me kwamba
but 98.3 FM
even GR for na nkasa kwa no oh I don't stores will be o to be ba o check ni ma was we offer to say na ye ntwe I'm telling you stores will no to be ba she say ye ntwe van ko ina o ma ja fa chide obi an check o no nti minim motive nti ma o ban no ko fa SML no ba that time what they say nti ye see ye ade a ye nya ade a bebo ma de bia me kam say wo betena o man so a dwene de bebo ma ni nyina manfo ni nyina enye de wo nko a wo de so
problem pa
em say na be for this say 5 days me hwa de bia mo say NDC on nko a 18 deputy say ambassadors ama Italy could say Italy enya deputy ambassador
Italy now okay Haiti
insult
deputy ambassador of Grameen TV that but because the office is there so what do you need a deputy for but anyway whatever it is deputy ambassador
when did you for Ghana sika no be sell kwa 4 years we you me Ghana sika kwa deputy deputy minister deputy ambassador ne mo no ye catch how ye mbese ye kwa jiji dan ni hwan oh o man no ye say man na Italy dey na Italy kura offer to Ghana ya found ya didn't offer no Italy could what say Italy oh
anyway mami bisa Abdul na me hwese on so Abdul me mo achena design I know what Michael you know as some Michael was I don't know me need they be on my pressure them some Michael come me be me dey no how they for clear no all right okay now your friend is saying first two topics no and on the way injection of capital into the system to control the forex and special prosecutors also arrest on my friend legal head of the GRA I'm more sure in connection with the SML
Mirashi mama shashi en wasi na mincha watifu na napai na mincha benefo madika ni akasa maye Loving Misha Safri SML a company be a buying final contract. Now I know say I'm for our reservations we do some of these contracts. But in a country we need to develop a society. And also associate everything to the state. So the state must manage it. Yes, Anna, in your economic we say redistribution of wealth and possible. How do we do redistribution of wealth? So they be a shadow a subletted contract to certain people. So that must be in Scabi and create employment among comfort. Be no about me. Everything. I can start to establish FM station every constituency. Every but about you say so be established and you be employing 50 a relief for government. And then if the government will also tax the person, once our create employment, government makes revenue. So, maybe I want to Germany. Every country, they can do everything. But I'm not allowed people to run. So, first of all, I don't support the idea so okay, GRA could do that. But if the GRA issue, mebaho. There been SML for my in fact, SML no more. So, okay, Emra, you shall discover oil. And Chabi animals buy. Put on and say, upstream drill na yen. You issues with the oil here. And then so you drill ABR 1.5 million barrels. And they say 1.2 million barrels. In fact, mills a group of person mills score. And then the flat with this. Oil no mutu na koso mutu na form. And they be use adnase move here sabi. scanner mutu no mu wia 2 ways omu wia in terms of control omu in terms of revenue omu make because your percentage scanner when say tax scanner to say who scanner adodo na motu na ye who scanner na tax mu the first you also who to do about motu na ye share home ye who do motu na who sika mu kwato na bonte na ye who tax ya we de ye be jeffrey mo so e buy no na e cover company be from West Blue Consortium no mo na ye side man amo level amudi maje bibia say upstream no ye two oil na e di free Ghana no also mu dudu wo se na enya dudu wo no se na Ghana de and the scar said also Ghana edit in terms of tax say na be Ghana e lose sika because we say oil na enya de o yes as no to buy enya dia o show only na ade benefit from oil pa is tax not the oil itself because oil it to up to 10%. In fact, no less than 3%. So can not buy I'm going to be bring it 7.something%. But maybe I might lion share of benefits and then say tax from oil. What do you say? They say no so free so much oil to Ghana.
FM.
Then about Juni Adrina that's was blue. Was blue was doing well. Last minute the finance minister I mentioned his name because we show the report and indicting no more. I go first SML buy. SML buy and they almost before tender board buy 4 times a reject because they are not adding up anything from the West Blue here. Say omude nim the for be back and they are not adding up anything. Later, for the Mr. Fan will be quite say integrity the SML with a friend saying a West Blue. And to contract SML online say a contract a West Blue there and almost subletted the XML. Was West Blue no almost contract in expire no. As a mark as a platoon in the amount. And so, as one of me, let me see the contract is silver from I can't 6 months now. So the Salama there is a silver from Enfano. But let me see what saying. I say, my own family to my Salam shall say, MC the cracker. And to me, and I am okay. Salam say, through there and I will take over.
Silver 98.3.
That was a strategy of the SML buying the system. It's officially no, was SML a really contract, but or if I quite see the mobile. SML buy no me agreement say. You don't make a 5 years contract. If you be a bit to Amuka, I'm say 1.2 or something million, I say 120 million. Now, you to Amokano, those airship say you see cano, minimum crying, you could have $1.4 billion from taxing that day. I'm office a bit my scam it my and yeah, IDB in contract say, you say, if value deliveries, Obi Tuakaso is paying you on your deliveries. Say agreement. I mean, also station offer your manager. Obama every year the revenue baby times 50, and I say Kasoba add up 100 million Ghana cedis on Silver FM, and the Silver FM agreement levels ended for that matter. No month biano, a bet you 10,000, 30,000, and the also says as when I hear Tuakano, I know we oh yeah na so
Silver 98.3 FM.
So agreement oh yeah that's on here. That one no report says we are losing over 1.4 million a month because of our inabilities to do SML for. And you be there, penny that time no come penny for Agovado 2004 no KPMG auditing because report of SML and you move for complaint say SML no to call penny you lose suska kai ena kamodi matiti for kwa kai meta to be go investigation we say penny SML no among technical yeah for mojuani as yan stadium say whether they have certain technical abilities and amonim die bi they to sumi no among for hwia meka ho say on buy no SML consortium no West Blue no nka omo 10 ye buy omo 15 among for hwia meka ho in fact among same for takura say dey ye mo mejuma because company no ye company no am say 6 months 8 months and sign this contract they've never worked anywhere in the world. So my almost experience more FM. So on that basis, anybody go for the castle alone. I can't continue with these people. They have to go. But finance minister was masterminding everything. If I report you say, on the year be or the special assistant be or the BS say on make you say SML deal na album. So can you bonus say you private company say or manage is because me no GDA say GRA Ghana Revenue Authority. So the next senior can they cannot even quantify say scam sign a cost war. Can you tell sign about also frame? onye expecting or expecting taxation but what should that case you also abanye kura e dey kura also abanye be fafan they don't do that yes for which one out just so the better say obi aya to na store number 2 you 5 cities so and one okwaji
copy and paste
this weekend to your correspondent no okoba he doesn't care. So on still say what even the person who is paying 10 no he said never know do so because taxes are taxed on percentages. And they say and now we are due 10,000 because we income no and our profit in 1,000. Also still say the income now and our profit now 3,000 so also can omuye. So who do you come with the comedy do say they don't do anything. And those only obiba because they on all contract with you. And to monitor the be higher than government there. Look, my brother, you know about say even share tax VAT we. Okay, do ma. I just see them sorry. I say phone okay 1,500 but 112 VAT 1,002. What do you have to give me that offer? Say 1,500 but 112 VAT 1,002. Aye. No ma better no 1,002.
Option to avoid tax.
Avoid tax. No ma 1,002. I don't think what motivates him because the Obameji VAT na nkasa on share VAT booklet him on share stock. So we should stock almost in the money sorting. And the money sorting they also pay according to the man. Anything that say my call say and make sure at any time be a bear fuel no. The country fuel no. There is some so contact say yes some upstream say oh Monsan say the ready for lay ya koda for na dey send sineka plus na on tax. Omo yen hu hwe. Omo chu contract for year no. Omo nti men ka say oh fuel na e koda no say na e ko tax na sky they couldn't do it. So the bottom line is an SML ADC for nothing. In fact you see almost you see come there 125 million Ghana cedis dollars. We must take our money. And I think say we the info politics to change.
Now check when OSP the name so or Charles Obenya scanner. Is that the right channel?
No, as for OSP, for now it's just
Quite on saying.
Quite on also say good. So you see, I did was saying that and say yeah, the point is OSP is not a court.
A prosecutor.
And yeah, and for him the only thing about all investigate and prosecute the onus lies on courts to ensure it's canaba. And this one what in evidence aba. Now SML anti for counter evidence be a ma. Na court is a convincer. Yeah, special court in this case. And
then front page of Daily Guide and
let's go to court. The fair playing field no a court no be amount. Oh, yeah, but then because I mean, don't say society we do court that is no, that's the fair. It's better than somebody now until you do what time. Court in the own kind of call. Who see me we are anything we are. We are evidence way. And to be do court but I support here from court. I go no say ya obi abedi complain ya no on the DBM so na mindset here. But let's be but me oji dey say per what afraid. SML here mu didim pa be mo. Because even all these BDCs whatever they were complaining to government SML no. Why did you think for order say yeah auditing? They were not doing their work well.
And the MPs no so.
Yes, MPs.
I know the MPs be sorry say.
Yes.
No man ko yi ntina.
And no man ko yi. Now on the issue say Bank of Ghana impompo 1 billion. You see they make us say yeah no. Yeah say you say yeah you share computer can I say garbage in garbage out. Yeah so computer.
Silver 98.3
this will be
FM.
Because computer not one so the system of governance here. So okay when Governor Bank of Ghana say Amoba Ghana talk about some make losses of our 63 billion. I'm going to print 40 billion. You see, and you see that at the Bank of Ghana, this guy injecting the system. What have you seen today? $1 billion just to stabilize the city. But World Bank said, I said this severally.
2.something billion within 2 months, October and November.
Yes,
last one this month.
You see, the demand and supply and the habitat of our financial. And your injection. It is one team demand and supply now adjust itself because I'm for demand we are the bar. When the demand exceed your overside the beer bar. Send about amount for materials as a war aquala. On the sabi opioid and the the cono be ID 1 on the very 3. In the account of the deliver no compare to account the 3 no di. Ask yourself say, Obi to continue man the cono train and I say, Obi train send a bear on the way to do one, send be do one. Then a better. Because someone above for no do one now. He meets your demand and you meet your supply. But no money continue to train now, he will exceed the supply. They be a whole they are buying and say because dollar a short tour, ever my dollar now cost. I don't want to say dollar because so dollar demanding more and mama made 1 billion two. No made a balance demand. Meanwhile, we say in meeting the equilibrium in finance, especially with the foreign exchange, and you always also supply just to meet the demand. Sometimes you can minimize demand to meet the available supply. I don't think you never be a who you craft about you. Yes, what I don't think still a mangana or be working paper, at the toilet. You can find a friend about you. Just on paper, Germany near Canada, Britain, no be market. $300,000, $500,000, $1 million, $50 million. Because we crap paper, the Abasabi. Now, for salary at the job night.
And your papa's because who you saw Zanyo Kuku. Who you saw Benya Kuku because of print, no?
Yes. One of the contributing factor the demand for dollar was. You Kroma. I'm not for Kabucho crack and Katia. Ever Yenum Katia, Katia, near Tom Kroma. There are so many things here.
Toothpick.
My dear pan, who my dear free Jim Panade, and granted you a friend say, leave a home. Leave anchor and monopoly in Sakura to my channel. We did a shift with my man, I didn't this and granted you. And we are watching. And the beer the band so said demand for dollar and cost. You compare dollar from and I maintain that for us and you say, second strong. I fake. I'm telling you, it's fake. No financial can do. Financial model can do. Just continue injecting dollars just to meet demand of dollar. How?
How much the books move?
Even for the fact
books move look nice.
No, but that
one.
That one, and you're good. There are so many companies who can balance statement of account. Oh, you're good. But 3 months going to have a casca. Because the liquidity no flow air form. The point is that say your demand for dollar and dollar so it means the consumption of dollar is abnormal. So let's identify it. If it is true, say I'm for $80 cost and maybe we can produce in this country. Let's restrict them. I don't Nigeria Sabi Nigeria Mojimi. Nigeria to one border for almost 3 years. And the year adwa. You did no grow so much. Me the moody no moody cover the Nigeria Munto. And then Nigeria of over 3 million population, 300 million population. They consume less than 80 tons of foreign rice. 80 tons of foreign rice. Got a number 60-something thousand tons.
We just 33 million people.
Yes. Look at us no moody. And the foreigners no my specified market Nipo din. And Nigeria maybe from birth to age about 20. One day perfume rice. And it's okay with Nigerian rice. And I know a competition we were 2021 or 2003. Such a love competition. And I see Ghana winning here. And I just say they are okay. So Ghana winning, but almost Ghana for just say I'm on one Nigerian rice. Ghana for Ghana no perfume rice.
Silver 98.3
FM. And then because and no as a new chi of us on Ghana farmers can say farmers de monko. Almost in and munugo. A munugo bianto. A munugo.
They are not having market.
They don't have a market. And like about for saying what someone medi. Name of one man for saying important for right. How can we grow? For God's sake, how can we grow?
We don't have to grammar schools anymore.
Exactly. Don't be
secondary school.
You have been now about 500,000 tons of rice. A
gross essay. Now also $1 billion.
Minister for Agriculture.
$1 billion say.
I can't say Minipa.
I to force him.
That be Agriculture.
Eriko Opoku. $1 billion say. Liberis in Belgium got cram from Chumbragana. That's what you're saying. $1 billion injection and you move for $700 million. And move for. So we a achievement. But can I be able to take offense? Look, you're better develop this country. Some of these things we should stop it.
Silver.
You catch MPB, Amaja, Muslim, but the same to Namoko. And this is a lucky say, gold bond, the Miriam Muska. MPB may be time on this, I don't want you because they couldn't get money to inject. And this is the normal policy. Yeah, make us say, Abia, since you overthrown Kurma. Nipani demand an edema, as a ATT amount, my merit of a man, my merit in the man. In the middle professional, I was my merit only can now chocolate for free meal, Chanamida Brown. Only better now would the amount for. That's what you're doing in this country. Yes, I know you're going to bail out. Every time of my $3 billion bill. And you come the life I know.
And it's a German financial house run over.
Yes. Financial life, your life on the sun and few. The general fear the sun and upon tea. But they be a $1 not the amount of $1. I remember when you be this or Kabusia. Now I have the regulations be brave. I say regulation president, regulation subsequent, men for Juma, or my Basa. Share your G independent copy. This is the 18th time I acquire IMF.
Silver.
Who dividing by years now? That means every 3 years, piano, you IMF. e de be dipa
na say yare
o ma ye wo gold ye wo cocoa ye wo bibia nations men na boy
abro
ye ni Cote d'Ivoire ko supply over $3 billion worth of cocoa in the world na we dem ya sa cocoa na by the time I do consumption level no it's worth $150 billion until we add value to cocoa
any processing factory credit agree
it's best where am I don't see this as an achievement we should come stop we cannot control every month when just $1 billion in the system I don't think it's happening
what for client number 3 na Stephen off MP ni anamo what you 9 months for kunga am say na adane maba hadwin
Anthony person yes of bishop
a month na work am this be pay local rice na pa na in one local rice be ofie there's a committee in the emergency in Kudi Accra the last time I didn't go as more kind 3 days and Kudi
Silver 98.3 FM
tina be na imagine say me buy na mo nda so nsai amo 3 days amon
so fa tranka nko dia
ba fa tranka me buy nsai
Ghana dey
but ayi foreign rice
be bana
no ade che kura na say wa fa chef yi ma dey tina o bana tinsu enti ye mo no ye papa aso ye mpe yes
mindset what for clear yan share Stephen off now the German dey na kan
to say ya na dibia some of us ndie nimdie kakra ye nya no school monti we look at Ghana now we are hoyi papa there are a lot of resources we are not managing unim say wetimi di kodu ana abode aye pan kodu wetimi aye kodu flour banana flour bitu
ko banana cake ni sa na wana
yo banana flour and ye wo plantain
Silver
flour
98.3
and ye wo corn
FM
flour ni nyina yetimi di ye pan but there ya ni say yetia ekra wheat every Alberta Manitoba Saskatchewan so we geography the great steps
yeah geography Mr. Saskatchewan
you free Canada they over 50,000 miles abagana am ye di wheat can you imagine this is total where we are country we are negligent niema yakopon dia manye a ibetime yusu am ye ho aton ye di obi ayi bia boni niema nko an ye di akiri sa
there we take a biti ana bofu pa ye mwade no na mtia na me bofu ye mwade na mtia na me bofu kra
wo de ye mwade na bofu kawuro o se di yesu wonu se on the average
Ghana mwade pa na onya film dia kawuro dia na
on the average Ghana every day bia you kum nantwi over 5,000 every day ne nguma no ebetimi asoye mpaboa ama even ya san export leather in Ghana ye krampaboa mpaboa de ambiya kura say ye nkra de eye brand new ye wo leather ebetimi de leather akwa abuchi akoto amomu no ye san mpaboa ya broni ahye ewu ye fre broni wu use one yeah, your cutting. Who say your cutting? Yeah. As you say, use clothes. Yeah, or fresh cutting. Also, the year tradition. Yeah, the export to come up Brunei. No.
I not the value at all.
No, I say. What say we are? Never value. Crowd. Yeah, me answer. The what say we no or to actually no ne. Yeah, your original natural product. To my being. Do we have leaders? And we be National Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat. Say, Oma Yatise, a friend say, almost Brunei Kumu say, brand new Kumu, Edini. Now, Obi Yamati says, Kivetia a year Juma. Na MP, Akosiano, Shidim, New York MPC, the Nipakrona or Sa or more about the operation in New in TM Momunia. But some ID card. They have IDs. Now the own year you grant, allow them to operate, never follow up. Radio who no Gadan Kofubi say, Momunia so or more national security. No one say, I wrote some say, dear, or buy say, or on the mark when I say, yes, I excavator worker. Or a national security member. ono na ye a defense in intelligence rep for national security in that district and we involved in Galamsey allegedly
Silver 98.3 FM.
na MP no support to say nipa we are o say we national security no ono ye SI Galamsey na another national security office be prevent so ye government na MP no support to say. So how do we develop as a nation? Oman be there akonenim. Sa na ko other areas bibri ya obeti say a party chairman bi ye Galamsey. Sa two parties see Ghana be say Oman be say Ghana. Unim say Ghana. Ye bibi enkuntoko. Wa mu say NI ye ko sala ko ji card enkuntoko. Ukwa mtia nipa eje chip enkuntoko. Edu abato nko a shankofo be keke trabu mu amia kuntoko sisi a. Bato a ye koto aba mimi ko kire madwene. Nanso obi pese odi nadwene mami eko kire ono adwene mumma no nti. O se ofa kwa ebisuma enkwati. Ebina esi. National security preventing illegal mining operations. In yensu muni adai, then you go and say you money in the
their advice on that score because some bisa na some is like quadri bisa no say Collins Dauda directives not the age one. Then their advice on the because I say I invite
advice in the due process say you him nan can cross and keep prosecuting. Unfortunately, we have no party as in prosecuting. That's the problem we are facing. Obi obey boni bia or Ghana say bia or she party color bia no. A big problem because they no nipa no and I'm sure MPPD or NDC need we are near the D kakraka bi ata ho political we chanting me wa de no so nkoye pa o enso ye de we chanting ata muntino na o say judge no ehwe case ni sa na a foolish case Galamsey ni de ura mama the boss here no share no
98.3 FM
edin papa
Sabe tata soldier for rural police station the NSA. Asam na
let them do so che mu dia
by 500.
Ma min fa kwa we sumo security soldier for na baso. The way me here say clip na correct say we e massage clip na dia. The way boys we push you omo no. Me aka me bibi.
Katuba kosu.
How dare you go and hold a military officer na tadi him say do ni dey. Boni me no ai. Udi e fanse obe pam obi kura na tie na semai ye bi de what tififie no ntino wo ko so that tade meanwhile he has a gun with him na omonya abotre no mu kasa aboko da obuko tra police station I salute them
hadwin
omo ye duma
but mess represent mama so onye ntem na onye obi for defense there should be a defense minister defense no asa mu de nemo di agro kakra
and I say defense
because some money boy man nyame fa no kransi ko en eyache na na making
who is directing
so one man directing them because you no omo ba say no money so who dey no di agra by the time problem so ba one of you partner say
see me
Cameroon dey see or
me
Tanzania
disrespect
but me kasa enye so but that's how
for you to go say unko so obi atade mu disrespect so onye soja ni kura ordinary person nam ni baby now say why are they be enya go through the due process go and don't go attack him it is who soldier for yi tay no bia sani AK47 there mo there omo e come to me no AK47 no omo so bi san session mum e bia to about 240 rounds and the rest no omo finish all of you and me sire yentu yemrante no fu what I say we nya ni so she people who are trained to kill, don't dare them. The military, no, train no, they are trained to kill.
Silver 98.3.
They have lances to kill. So they are lances to kill. The security agencies, they are lances to kill. And we are more montias say, no delay, careful. Because in the line of duty, Omano ever protecting you. You should have formed a kumku breed. I don't know, go foolish kid because you have to protect the person whom you have trained to kill. It must be no mu dile mu hwe no mu nya mema sem yeso ye mema sem bebrebe ye koja wo be hwe ne wo wuda ho ne eja hoko
brante no so mo nya video mo hwa ye to aba ye ko hwa aba so ya so so jani atade mu e bo so ba bia
di wo betimi aso so jani atade
president
o ya president na wo konya obi a ne koko nya o so be ma president say ya ba obi tuo so pe hu
and sadly
and o mu refi tachima 88 falling heroes no
sadly Major Mahama later mo promote no so na bi say na say ya Mahama
Major Mahama de no nko
but me ka say it was something like no also go here juma
we o mu ye soldier for 10 and a police for eso kan ho if they all decide on be fight here mo number na mo no etu aboba ndo so chen mo and na person mo ti ase match say o mu sha no they are more bullets than you and AK47 no ye to a bo baako a epie no a etimi penetrate another 12 people behind him and why are they doing that ebi omu nim weapons omu kusua weapons a obi kutatu omu ni hu agro
ya mrami ni na no so kakra mfa certificate of champion also say na also dey for na pe mama abla for last word na
the omu say obi a Ghana ni bia ya we say galamsey ekoso nyina say ndc for you Ghana ni bia
politicians dey too
munyina say politicians ni
fa sheba ko fu munyina
do you say MPP ni bi ho to galamsey
we say MPP ni a want to say na say hu na man into
na
bi mo hu na ba mo wo fam ni dey bi da so
me nu e ho nsere me say obi o galamsey site na wo to galamsey bia NDC wa we are Erasmus asare ho ha don course ho e kan okay ka so bebia no muntu okọ asutifi ho ma bebi ho ma kuro bebi ho ma na galamsey ne bi nsi so yem pita na kwa yem fa galamsey nsi ho ba ezi ho nyina mate esi odi ase te pairi ho bebi ho ma ni yenu ho seri nyina mate esi ndisi fo ba mo so ma anye obi bia te esi ko galamsey na edi e pa bebe o mu say MP obi tu galam e be stop galamsey fo a o be kaza o ti o MP o tu mi
hadwen
te Ghana de obi tu mi a o so de na ni nyina so na security service for no na ama wo nyina ba ye soldier for na police for yi obi ya MP na ye saluturo ro ye say o tu mi a MP ni kuta no bi ni hobi ti say nto mo kakra obenya di nti no so tu MP no it is bone we bone kra say tino ntimi ntina enya first time ni o MP ba ko wo awin ye fe no wona bo kwa me frimpon so what indeed that oro de ahemfo no so mo twede sukura fikuro mo nsi wo awin kuro wo ahemfo so mo nsi wo bi he say on buy this for buy no menim galamsey no o mo de ko different level be na MPP for say no be 60% so mo do 90 within 9 months 10 months no obia na 4 days me no bi ko NDC ko o ka che train say no ye MPP for dey mo so wa from be do mo dey o can straight o say ye dey wi yenkotana so be do mo dey na so ma je to say o man mo be say no na de bi o say me ka say galamsey asem no do mama o say me tu galamsey me de bia e me ta stop galamsey ma me galamsey asem dey me say me so because o wonko ho na so tikumase ya kan abaka no ano
ba de woni ko
galamsey site na so
e da me call man so me real we pa me call man so say to so man so me call actually na me what they say shot the NTC ya hwe kra ho ya hwe na say ya be so ya mo ya ko bonu fe ya say I say ya say ya two pick kra kra na say say be kra nsu ya na so man mu dey say man na so bi dey so dey key so dey odun saka na say so sana say
forest na say ya kagu so na ko si bro ni
we are start bomb dey we are start yes how say we are anu start here dey
na say boy no kwa na nwa etimi nua MP no even cross I didn't know I did a ban adwum so no papa say me say me de car na na say eche me na me flow bi say me de defense say phone no ebrewa na je say wo na abaka bi ama me nyesa enti ono di phone no kwakwado no di phone no koma afre kwa na no friend say oni opebe phone kasa nya dai so phone no nyesa afre o jina kwa da so mu wodi mu we de koma ona wo ka say na e kwa da na wo so che say o minister wo ko support so bunya na wo nyama
Hadri.
Anyasa.
Amen ko Abdul. Abdul. Unu say galamsey asori.
Say first state of emergency na ministers na ni abre o mo kan say okuje to abra ko say first cabinet minister. you can say Sam George cabinet minister and I say minister now that land also cabinet minister what come from
I'm loving
the
see video no any idea it was entertain but we have to look at it in two ways nearly kind so tea story now a soldier for no nam kwan so e konkoso e memos no and I me alert say almost someone say obi e to galamsey the excavator and I'm kochi that MP no so and his constituency no no so be yi constituency when I say did aba ho gidi and I say offer MP na catch so friend be MP na so me anka say dem nia but correct represent me because one friend me word there
Silver 98.3
MP go do so she won't me handle to the recommendation is say na tell and I take them to police station and keep them there on only advice but you see say no patch other conferences dey be oba was see nipa na mo born handcuff no nipa no and say someone handcuff as our elderly person in the community or is not comfortable with it and stuff whatever it is there's no evidence say what say ma munya na man ko say bibi di kura na amfa no police station I will say munya na amunya handcuff no video I think whatever happens the woman but loving the air serious woman say that courage and the youth of Aye Galamsey site gather against the security no is it not alarming to you?
So you can't danger we are for a long time. Say, someone chance so no
say. Galamsey apart from some say and sassy insio near no by no, they are breeding rebels. My can't go because it
Sierra Leone, yeah, no Sierra Leone, Liberia, they know.
And Sierra Leone, Liberia,
Robert.
So we just said no more gold in there. I'm on the quarter. A be buying cash, a buying Amri. Ammunition span. And Africa was hard to know. So government should be careful. Maybe because I say, a dear politics and people in this, and better know. Not a two a number to Ababack. I've been to Galamsey site at Mahubia. Never packing on. Maybe so on the job and say, two Galanuia. Gold do they protect it because conformity so I'm to Galanibi. I'm about to be Jim Gold. So more than some protected. In fact, I want da I'm move with a sand or gold from site to the community. We show. Sometimes they even engage security. Some guy don't know because conformity so ambush. What is happening in the bush, you know? Different from what we are talking here. But say last night say one day Belgians look, they see what and chamboso. It is Galamsey Satana. You say more protected than that day. You Major Muhammad Shedu.
Silver 98.3 FM.
Some of them have sentenced to death. Yet one and one now Muko attacking. Can say I'm a commander. CDS America can say, Sir Unumuna among for owners, military. I'm more in the tenibio. Also more in the tenibio. And the man showing you better, so for the master. Who don't want the buffalo about fire? Nazo can say, a colabia, a year say, so your father says a coach. I said, yeah, about to. How is the end story? That is the end. They say I come on command and say they should enforce peace in Boko. What's Boko ID? I said therefore I'm telling you they are very strong. But politicians I say I'm come shall say boise. But so you jam some more pretty. They are trained to kill. Look, sometimes back I think in 1999 2000 we applied for military in France, London, UK. And I'm sending me video no much also decision. So I should look at the program and some joiner. That I don't need video with them. Me papa them no.
Silver.
And then my man call the I will channel copy because trainer I'm just say I'm say mind you that as a military you are trained to kill and be killed. Say you be trained to say kumnipa na won so na betima ku. To remember now say make say me to be a police a soldier. So what's that? As for military so na mo no. They are one team no different. I'm not going to 20 or 30. But for the Mukununipa, and today, you know, I say, you control a jam on Namaka a mobile somewhere. We can't stand it. Okay, one village being in Nigeria. I'm going to attack military for Kumomo. So, I say, now about to the president. About to do some for who or a former military officer. Or the army call one market day or a chrono. Most of village market will be a and a mochi chrono. I call out less than 18 years name, Mamundina. Remember Kanina over 400. Background Kofi. They gun them down. People say at a certain point, people must know that there's enforcement of
Silver 98.3.
And the one day, so the phone can come on. because who illegal thing necessary to be so also fight this what kind of impunity what are we trying to display and the for politics
under democracy
and we can't handle it
I would say for commander there's some rena here to you know ye besiana answer na yebekono Sadisco makola na maminya ne birthday ne mane Abigail Adepa Ekwem